now, and it's going to be hardpoint. Do you think they're going to be able to replicate what they did on Slums earlier, on Standoff earlier even?
Well, the way that Team Cloud were playing on that map, certainly.
Yeah. If they can just keep up this form, absolutely, they can do some serious damage against Curse. I've got to say they are looking the stronger team. I mean, Search and Destroy, it's one of them game modes that can really go either way. It does come down to single kills sometimes. I don't want to take anything away from Curse at all because he played fantastic in that. But Cloud are just looking absolutely phenomenal.
Yes, certainly. But we have seen time and time again this, not necessarily this particular lineup, but all the players within this Curse lineup come back when they were counted as down and out. So who knows? I
think their biggest wins so far, respectively, would be for Curse beating Prophecy 3-2 and for Cloud beating Epsilon 3-2. Both of the games incredibly close. The scoreline as well, it doesn't quite reflect how close each of those rounds went. But it just goes to show you that these are two teams that can potentially win this.
Oh yes, definitely, without a doubt. I mean, this is of course for the top 6 guaranteed placement, but I think both will exceed that.
Well, only time will tell, because one of them is going to have to drop down into that losers bracket and fight their way through this tournament, where there is actually some fierce competition, because it's getting to that point now at EGL where these top teams do meet and one of them has to lose.
Exactly, it is going to be the point where one team will always go home upset, perhaps 2 or 3 maybe. I mean, some teams aren't always happy if they don't win the whole tournament anyway, but they sort of have like a consolation placement which they are sort of happy to receive.
Yeah, I mean, everyone's got their targets. We spoke to Freako Impact, and in a non-egotistical way, they were hoping to get first. That's what they're going for, and they said they'd be disappointed really with anything less. We've seen Optic come over and achieve it, and after an MLG win, they are really favouring themselves. I think they're very confident that they can actually take this EGL, but after an extremely close game against Freako Dragons, it's got to be casting a little bit of doubt in the mind, because it went to 5-5 on the last map in a best-of-5 series.
Yeah, so we are just waiting for the players now just to change up their score streaks and their classes.
And then we should be going straight into this. So Express Hardpoint. Interesting map, actually. I think the hardpoints on this are very, very different to other maps, so to speak, because once you get control of that hard point, it seems much harder to actually breach into it. Just to give you an example, at Top Sniper, or what's sometimes called Top Control, if a team can actually lock that down, they can potentially hold that for the whole time. The whole 60 seconds can go to one team.
Yeah, exactly. It is. They have got a lot of hard points. This is more about the setup. It's not a case of just run and hope for the best and dive in it. There is a lot that is purely down to setup, whether you have the 2 players in and then one branching out either way. On both hard points, of course, in the terminals, that is probably the best method that I've seen. Of course, they need to hold down those spawns. We are just waiting for this game to get started, which it is now. We are going to be seeing Express Hardpoint. If this were to go to Team Cloud, then of course they would be victorious 3-1 in the best of 5 series. However, if it were to go Curse's way, we would be seeing a meltdown. Yeah, a meltdown S&D last map.
All right, so it's going to be a big push by both teams now to the ticket booth area. They are equidistant away from it, so we usually see a big engagement taking place very early on. And yes, this is going to be really, really interesting. We've said before, Gooch, how the hardpoints on this map are very hard to recapture once it's in the other team's control. And it's actually Curse who are opting for this lower push.
Yeah, and we were starting things out there on board with Bissell, who has been taken down very early on, but Vapes and Black both making big kills. Black jumping straight towards that hard point, getting the first points on the board for his team there, and just going to sit in it and secure it, trying to provide some cover for Mac, who's making his way over.
Yeah, Black is actually racking up the points now for his team. Remember, only one person needs to be in that hard point for them to be getting the points. It don't really matter how many. So Black is going to have to leave it temporarily whilst his teammates actually provide the cover for him. Oh, and Josh going big with a nice 2-piece. Let's actually switch over to Josh, see how he's doing here.
Yeah, there are still 20 seconds left on that hard point timer, so it's still a very worthy chance to capture that and, of course, get back into this. I mean, they're only 10 points down. Madcat finally making the kill on Mac. Josh getting the assist for that, but then getting outshot by Black with that nice little jump shot there. And Josh needs to make his way over towards that next hard point now, because there's only 3 seconds left on this original. They need to get that team set up.
Madcat, very nice 4-kill streak, and he's actually got the Hellstorm as well. The Hellstorm isn't that great on this map though, because the hardpoints aren't particularly exposed, but if you're in a hardpoint and you're trying to defend it, then sure, it can be extremely useful.
Yeah, of course, you can get it so that you get the team members as they run over from the spawn, essentially. I would have thought they'll save it for that middle, what you called sniper building, Rel.
Yeah, sniper, sometimes called control room, actually, I think is the more popular call out, but I've always referred to it as sniper. But Curse dominating the kill feed there, and Black going absolutely massive. A 5-kill streak is finally ended there by Madcat. Let's see what Matt can do here as he is top arrivals.
Oh, Mac there with a nice little string together of a 4-kill streak. Didn't manage to earn any kill streaks for his, any score streaks, sorry, for his efforts, but it looks as if they are going to make their way over towards that top control. Nice spot from Mac there as he does see another player coming over as well. Unfortunately, getting outshot by Zanity with that AN94.
Yeah, well, they've spawned a fair distance away, and if Cloud are in control of this hard point now, it's going to be really hard for Curse to get back into this, and I think they are. I actually want to see what's going on for Madcat, who is on the hard point. He's just vaulted right off there, and he wants to engage in some combat and protect his teammate.
Yeah, he has gone up there to help his teammate out as that was contested there. Madcat making his way round to Black, getting outshot there. Black once again with a nice little jump shot. Madcat straight off the spawn. Let's get on board with somebody who's a little bit more central. That's going to be Josh. Bissell there with a nice... Is that stealth chopper from Bissell? 8-kill streak and currently in that hard point. It must be. Let's have a look what he can do now. He has sustained a lot of damage, but once again making another kill. Takes down Shane, but then finally getting taken down by Madcat. That was a nice little run from Bissell there, and he has got full score streaks.
Yep, he's actually got extreme conditioning and lightweight for the speed, and he's got tactical mask and a flak jacket as well, which are going to protect him really from grenades, from stuns, from pretty much everything. He is just a running machine, getting into those hard points and trying to survive for as long as he can.
Yeah, and here they are. They're making their way over towards that next hard point, and Bissell is going to take down Zanity once again with that nice little jump shot. He's got out his score streak.
Yep, it's the war machine, and it is absolutely deadly, just launching grenades at the enemy team, and he can pump them right into the hard points and do some serious damage, as you can see there.
This is something that we don't see used a lot. I mean, you sometimes use the EMP, you sometimes see the stealth chopper, but more often than not it's going to be the death machine, and very often is on this map. But Josh taking down a 2-piece there, securing that hard point, and this is very, very close between the two teams, only 10 points separating them, but now it's Cloud that are getting themselves back into this, and it looks as if they're going to level the scores here as Madcat makes that kill onto Bissell, pre-spraying through into that area, but does get taken down by Mac at long range, and Curse back on this with that domination of the kill feed.
Well, after some extremely impressive performances so far in the objective modes, I want to see how Zanity is holding up here. Bringing up the score, but he's on 12-16. The first game he's actually been going negative that we've seen so far, objective game at least. But do not rule him out of this. I'm sure he's going to get his head back into this game. And let's see what he can do as he pushes towards Ticket Booth.
Yeah, he's pushing in there. He did manage to make 1 kill before jumping in there. Did manage to contest it just for a little bit, which bought his team some time there. Straight off the spawn in towards this bottom terminal area, just making sure nobody's there to secure it. Does manage to take down Vapes. Nice shot onto Vapes there. And he is just going to try and spray towards that Ticket Booth. Doesn't manage to make the kill on Mac there. I'm quite surprised at that, but his teammate was running in. If we just flick things up and get on board with Black, who's currently securing his hard point on the 3-kill streak, does manage to take down Josh and going for another kill as well. Nobody coming towards him, but getting shot in the back, goes for the turn on there. Ducks down behind cover just for a little bit of safety, and he's buying himself some time now as he goes for Josh, but does finally get taken down in that hard point.
Well, after Cloud had performed so well on the earlier hard point, they're really having a tough time here on Express, trailing by quite a significant margin actually, going up to about 60 points there, which is a full hard point rotation. So let's see if they can bring this back, because it's actually Curse who are on the back foot now, as we see the Cloud lineup actually breach right into the hardpoint area.
Bissell once again was on a high kill streak, unable to carry that on there as he ran off that hard point, but going over and instantly providing support to his teammates, trying to push down. They need to push through a little bit just to try and force the Cloud lineup back a bit, as now they have lost the control. But Bissell in there straight away to take down Josh, and able to take down Shane as well. Shane just dancing around that middle advertisement board. Let's get on board with Josh. He's going to run in, contesting that hard point straight away, goes for the kill, but Vapes quick to take him down there.
Yeah, Curse doing really well at that brief moment in time. Once again seeing a kill feed completely dominated by them, and they've really pulled out all the stops on this hardpoint Express. I was not expecting this to go in their favour, I'm going to be honest, let alone this significantly.
No, they have certainly upped their game here from that capture of the flag. They've got their heads back in it. Perhaps a quick little pep talk in the intermission there. And we are still on board with Vapes. He's going to go and try and get into this top control early. But hard point secured initially by Team Cloud here. And Cloud really do need those points.
Oh, and it's just not looking good for them at all, especially when they've got to get into this ticket booth. Just going to bring up the map and see what's going on here. You can see that Curse have this completely surrounded. Actually going on to Mad Cat, who is on this back bridge here. You can see he's just anchoring it. He's in a brilliant position because once that hard point actually ends top control, he can just switch right over into departures, which is where the next one is going to spawn.
Josh's voice is definitely going now. He's done so much screaming, but here is Mad Cat sat on this back train, gets himself the two-piece there in towards Mac and Bissell, and now he's just going to retreat a little bit. Like you say, Ro, he is anchoring, which provides him with the best spawn for now and also the best spawn for the next hard point.
Yeah, he's doing a really good job actually here. And Cloud are getting back into this. It's still a big difference in points, but they seem to have built up some sort of momentum here, and they seem to just be completely controlling every hardpoint area, and they're just uncontested. Yeah,
they are getting very nicely back into this. If we just bring up, no, that's the wrong option there. If we just bring up that left bumper, Mad Cat currently on a 4 kill streak as he makes that a 5th. No, he doesn't, but Black owning that kill feed there with that 1 gun kill, followed by the score streak. And hopefully that will give them a little bit of breathing space, because Curse didn't do very well on that last hard point, but 5 score streak there for Black as he brings in his other score streaks.
Yeah, he's putting those score streaks to full use. Very impressive, but he does eventually go down. Cloud trying to do what they can. They've actually managed to finally get into there, and they are holding it, albeit contested by Curse. But as time ticks away, I'm pretty sure that Curse would be happy to sit it on contest.
Yes, of course they will. It's 1 minute 50, 1 minute 50 nearly on that clock, 2 minutes 10 as it stands, and Black just straight in there to contest, which he does manage to do so. He got a lot of points on his board there, all in that one go, and now he's answering back straight away. Went for the knife there. Josh with the death machine. Let's get on board with him, see how he can defend this, because of course they do need maximum points from this, but he gets taken down whilst EMP'd.
Well, switching right back over to ticket booth, and they're in it once again. Cloud looking very strong. They take out all 4 of Curse, and they've got a nice setup on this as well. They can do this, Gooch.
Yeah, we are currently on board with Shane, who's been impeded in this hard point. Has got himself that AN94. Let's see how his teammates can support him from around. Josh once again with the death machine out, just ready, hard aiming those spawns, waiting for anybody to flank, which nobody is doing so. So he's a little bit wasted there, but as soon as he turns his back, he does get taken down. Let's get back on board with Shane, who's currently in this hard point, trying to level the scores here. 194 points to 215. They've got themselves straight back into this. This is looking much better from Cloud, but Curse extended their lead once again.
Yeah, this is an outstanding comeback from Cloud.
Shane.
And Shane absolutely destroying Black, and he's got the 3-piece. He's got into the hard point, and he's building up very crucial points as we go into the
Shane
minute.
As he gets the knife on Bissell there. That is huge play from Shane.
Yep, well, it's 30 points difference. Curse are 20 points away from securing the victory, but Cloud are trying to get set up on the next hard point.
Yeah, that was good shot by Shane onto Mac. Mad Cat making the kill on Bissell as well. And if it holds like this, they can get it into it. No, it cannot be done. It got contested just as they needed to get it. I don't think they can do it here. 31 seconds left on that clock. No, they're going to fall too short if it was like this. Shane, of course, has got that Hellstorm missile. If it was needed, we know for a fact that if it gets contested anymore, no, definitely no chance whatsoever now for Cloud, as it is going to go to last map, search and destroy on Meltdown. Do not count Curse out of this row.
No, and is it going to end on time or score? I think they're probably going to take the 250 victory. Well, maybe not, but very close, and a massive comeback as well from Cloud. They were behind by a huge margin for the large majority of that game, and out of nowhere, really, they just seemed to hold a hard point for an entire 60 seconds, pretty much.
I think their problem there was they left it a little bit too late. It is going to be Meltdown, search and destroy the last map.
Okay, so let's have a little bit of a recap and see what we can predict from this. The very first map that these two teams played was Hardpoint on Standoff, and it actually went 250 to 105 in Cloud's favour. Slum Search and Destroy went 6-4 in Curses. Then we saw Capture the Flag, a massive victory actually for Cloud as they took it 5-1. And that final hard point on Express, very close, 248 to 220 to Curse.
Yeah, Black, the outstanding player there on that last hard point. He had 15 defends and 38 kills total on that hard point, which is certainly an incredible feat from him.